I spent 10 years pretending to be one of them. Eyes averted, instincts dulled, my true nature hidden behind carefully curated human habits. I lived in the quietude of my rented apartment, kept sweet by books and music and the mundane rituals I repeated like prayers. Morning coffee, the way sunlight slanted across the kitchen, the rhythm of footsteps down the hallway. I wore soft sweaters, not leather. I walked, not stalked. I told myself that if I could just stay small enough, anonymous enough, I'd never have to show my teeth again. But every night I heard the wolves. Their distant howls seeped through my windows, haunted my dreams, and called to something deep beneath my ribs. I shoved the feelings down. I counted breaths. I winked at my reflection, reminding myself that my eyes were human eyes. Just as gray and soft as any other. No slit pupils. No glint of wildness. Then he came. He smelled of moonlight and forest and authority, alpha energy bleeding through human skin, unrestrained. He was the Alpha King, revered and feared. I felt it before I even knew his name. The moment he stepped into the room where I worked, like any idle human, filing papers or stocking shelves, I froze. The air changed. My blood hummed. It was as if the earth beneath my feet shifted ever so slightly, setting everything else off balance. From that day on, avoidance wasn't enough. I could sense him watching. I knew he didn't see me as human, not then, not ever. But until he marked me, until his scent fused with mine, I clung to the lie that I was one of them, safe in plain sight. Until he marked me. Part 2. Revelation and Surrender. Approximately 1,000 words. The mark wasn't heralded by trumpets. It was as silent as breath. One afternoon, I locked eyes with the Alpha King across the crowded square. It was in that moment my blood fluttered, heart half stopped, and warmth seeped into my palm. I looked down, aghast, and when I realized what it was, the words that fell from my mouth were not human. A symbol, scrawled in gold against my skin, connected our bloodlines. His, ancient, regal, wild. Mine, human, hidden, but undeniable. The crowd didn't notice. To them, my slight flinch was curiosity. But I knew he'd traced destiny back into my veins. He approached me then, a silent promise in his strides. I wanted to flee, but my feet were rooted, drawn to him by more than fear. He knelt, gently covering the symbol with cool fingertips, and said, "Now, you belong to me." There was desperation in that phrase. In that moment, my carefully constructed mask shattered. I saw the Alpha behind the King, the predator, the protector. And for the first time in a decade, I stopped pretending. I ran, out of the square, down empty alleys, into everything I thought I'd left behind, the forest. Branches clawed at me as if welcoming. The air was cool and alive. But nothing felt real until he found me again, silent as a shadow. He clasped my wrist, and I welled with tears, not of sorrow, but of relief. I exhaled truths I hadn't admitted to myself. I want him. I belong to him. He didn't take me. He didn't force me. He simply held me, steady in the heart of wild moonlight, just long enough that the hunted inside me trusted the hunter. Part 3. Conflict and Awakening. Approximately 1,000 words. Back in my apartment, nothing fit anymore. The sofa was too small, the walls too narrow. Every corner reminded me that I'd been hiding, living half alive. I packed a bag in silence. I left a note. No explanation. Just black letters on white paper. "I'm sorry. I have to live now." He came then, the Alpha King, claiming what he'd marked. He stood in the doorway of my empty apartment, chest heaving with concern. He didn't scold me. He didn't chase me. He simply followed, wanting to show me something. We traveled to his territory, forests dense with pine that smelled of home, streams that whispered freedom, the wild moon high among the branches. He showed me their world, where packs lived and died, hunted and sired. He introduced me to them, some with suspicion, some with acceptance. They saw me differently as soon as he named me his. In those days, I learned to listen to my bones, to let the forest fill me. I practiced shifting, painful, confusing, furious, but beautiful. My senses spread out, tasting the wind, smelling prey miles away, hearing the whisper of earthworms under soil. I cursed him for marking me, but also thanked him For unlocking what I feared, but needed. There were moments I faltered. When the silver of moonlight revealed my elongated claws, or when growls escaped my throat unbidden, I feared I'd regret this freedom. But he was always there, anchored beside me, not controlling, but guiding. One night, surrounded by pack and firelight, he claimed me again, not by marking, but by words. "You are mine," he said, and the pack bowed. I bowed, and instead of fear, it felt like belonging.